Hey guys, in this next video, I'm going to be talking about a conversation that I had with an old friend. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. So here, I was talking to a Christian, an old friend, kind of go way back. But anyway, he was talking about how he was asking me the question that does straightway believe that a leader like a bishop or an elder or deacon, I believe a deacon, are they allowed to, do they believe that it's okay for them to have more than one wife? Obviously, he's going off of 1 Timothy chapter 3, where it talks that if a bishop or a deacon wants to be a leader, they must be a husband of one wife, to have children who are obedient. But what does it all come down to? So he was basing it off of that because straightway does not believe that because we believe in polygyny or biblical marriage, and that a man, if he can afford and to have more than one wife, he can. There's no law against it. If anything, there's laws that actually regulates polygyny, and not there's nowhere in the law that says that an elder or a bishop cannot have more than one wife. If anything, the word one really should have been mentioned first. At least one wife, or the first wife. But anyway, so I was listening to his line of question. It's kind of interesting. The Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 2, I believe, it says that foolish and unlearned questions avoid, for they gender strife. Now, because I knew this guy, I entertained his question. I did take the time to entertain the question. And now that I've been in this walk for 2 years, been with Straightway all these last 2 years, I can now see why Pastor Dow just look at these type of questions and just cringes, or just see how foolish it is. And it is a foolish question. But anyway, I entertained the guy, and I kind of said, okay, let's play this game. Let's just say you're right. Let's say that an elder or deacon can only have one wife, right? Just one wife only. But you're saying that you're okay, and the same guy believes that polygyny is not a sin. He's a Presbyterian, and he believes that just like Martin Luther, that polygyny is not a sin, meaning a man can have more than one wife only if he is not a leader in the church. That's what he's saying. So I kind of said, let me ask you this question. And I'm asking you guys the same question too. If the whole goal of about a leader having a husband, one wife, children that he rules well, the children are obedient, because it says if you can't rule your own house well, how can you manage the house of Yah, the house of God? How can you do that? If you can't even get your own house in order, how are you going to be able to rule the house of God? So anyway, so I told him, wouldn't it make sense that if you're saying that the people who are not leaders can have more than one wife, right? Who would they go to if they're having some issues within a polygynous relationship? Now, let me give you an example of what I'm saying. You say, like, what am I saying? Okay, let me tell you what I'm saying. Like, for example, because now with my new wife, I've been actually married to a woman for 16 years. So I kind of know all the ins and outs, and just even know what a divorce is like. I kind of know all the ins and outs, what it's like to be married to one woman and all the dynamics. I even know what it's like to have children. But now that I'm with my new wife and more practicing from a Hebrew perspective or a biblical perspective, and with the mindset knowing that I will be having more wives, that I will be partaking in the polygynous practice according to the Bible, there's dynamics that's already happened between me and my new wife that is different than I've ever experienced before. And it's kind of cool to know that I can go to the leaders at Straightway and get advice, because they would know the dynamics that I'm going through, because it's not like they're just speaking in theories, but these are people that actually experience some of the dynamics that would happen in a polygynous relationship. That would be like a married man going to a single man that's never been married before, never had children before. That would be like me going to him to get advice on my marriage. I mean, what credibility would he have? I mean, it's one thing to know what the Bible says, but it's a whole nother thing to also know what the Bible says and to also live it yourself, to be practicing the things that is in that book. So I was telling him, if that's true, that is meant for the leader, all of a sudden in the Old Testament was good, but then to get to the New Testament, now leaders can no longer have more than one wife. How would they be able to help people who are in a polygynous relationship and they're dealing with all the dynamics that can happen in a polygynous relationship? Would go to a guy that only has one wife, that has no clue on what it's like to be in a marriage, to be a husband of many wives. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. I mean, isn't that interesting? Would you rather go to a guy, if you were married, would you rather go to a pastor or elder or some type of leader that was single and didn't have any children? Or would you rather go to one that had some type of experience in being married? And the same thing too when it comes to polygyny. I'm thankful that I'm at Straightway, because I know that whatever dynamics that I run into being in a polygynous relationship, I have people who's gone before me who have a good report, who are leaders, who are elders, deacons, pastors, who can say that they can actually help me to navigate some of the nuance that comes with being married with multiple women. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. I hope to stimulate thought. Please comment down below, like, comment. Tell me what you guys think about this situation. Is this guy that I talked to, this Christian guy, is he, tell me what you guys think. I guess I'm just curious. What do you guys think about that? That does it make sense for a person who's a leader to have more than one wife to help those who are able to have more than one wife, according to this Christian guy? Or is it better for a guy to only have one wife and rule the house well and helping people who are in a polygynous relationship and not have the experience of being in a polygynous relationship? Let me know what you guys think. Shalom.